Hello, folks. Here we are again with more of my new girl test animation. And as you recall from the last meeting yesterday, I added some stuff. As you can see from this point here, I added this stuff. So we've got a whole bunch of new stuff here where she's going down deeper and the fish are kind of following her. So I think this is where it starts right here. So that's our next frame there. So I think what we want to do here is go through and get, I'd say, the main frames here. So we've got this one, that one. I think we just want to get the keyframes in here. Kind of started to solidify them somewhat. So let's go in here and because obviously you want to get your keys done first. That's always paramount. I always want to get your keys done first. So I think okay, so oh yeah, see, okay, so we got the stuff there. What we can do here is we can take, let's see here, let's do this. We'll make the window smaller. Move this over here. Alright, so then we'll grab this part here and we'll copy it. Go to the next frame. And we'll paste it, but we'll move it so that it's going to line up. So you can see it's going to copy. It's going to be exactly the same image as what we had before. This is how you want to use your digital platforms, is that, save yourself drawing time. If there's something that you can copy, then you do it. If you can copy parts of a drawing, or take advantage of that, because there's no reason not to. Okay, so there's the next image there. So like here, for instance, I could go to here and paste again, and see it'll take that image there. I can adjust it, right? So I know it's going to be exactly the same image, you see. And then I can go ahead and draw the eye here. I think what I'm going to do on this eye is I'm going to keep it, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to be careful with this eye, because this is something that I can copy paste. I can get a lot of mileage out of this. So let's say, I don't know, we got that. Okay, these fish are just sort of disappearing behind the big one here, which is good. So we can get rid of those guys in the distance there. That's always nice. But it is nice because, once again, you can copy paste. So like here, any details that we draw, we can certainly copy paste anything that we've already got there. Might as well use it. Okay. Alright, so yeah, we're going to there. Okay, so now I'll grab this, right, and I'll go copy, go to the next frame, paste. So now I can move that so that the eye lines up here. Yeah. And this is good because, once again, it keeps it very consistent throughout. Yeah. Very handy. Let's see. To look and see what was there before. Okay. So it's a little tricky too sometimes because you've got stuff that you want to copy and then you've got other things that you don't want to copy. And see, as the fish goes through here, we're seeing more detail, aren't we, on the fish right around here. So that probably means that we're going to need to maybe copy a new thing here. Now here, that fish is disappearing behind the big one there. Yeah. Right. So I think maybe here, one thing that might be good is to just kind of erase out the eye a little bit because we just want to know where to put it. All right, so now here we'll go grab the whole thing, copy the next frame, paste, and we want to move that over here. Yeah. See how we were able to keep the size of the fish consistent. That's important. It's important. And it's also going to be important with the in-betweens too, I think, because later on, as we make in-betweens, we're going to find that it might make the in-betweening process also easier because we can just copy-paste instead of having to draw, which means that then we can do them through more deliberately. Yeah. Because each time, see, we get a little bit more of the fish here. So, all right. So, yeah. So because of that, we need to copy paste new ones because we're getting more of the fish on the back end. So copy, go to the new frame, paste, and move it. Yeah. Yeah, so you see how we're adding more of the fish at the back end here. There we go. Okay. All right, so, yeah. Okay, so same thing here. Easy as pie to do this now. Just to copy paste is just so nice. I mean, it makes no sense to try to trace it when you can just copy paste it. Copy, go to the next frame, paste it, and then move it a bit. And this would also be likely moving it based on the onion skin. So you can see there, see, I onion skin and I can see what I've drawn. And see, here's another thing too. If you're copy pasting, then you can add some details that would probably be difficult for you to in between straight along because you probably might not get it right from frame to frame. But with the copy paste function, it's going to be real easy. See, so yeah, he's going through. Now I'd say here, yeah, I'd erase this just so it doesn't interfere. So we can just kind of eyeball how much we'd like to move this. So we'll go kind of grab the whole image there. Okay, we'll go copy, go to the next frame, paste, and then move it a little more. And as we look at the onion skin, you know, we can just move it as much as we think we need to move it. Okay. Okay. And this tentacle there. And, all right. However, we're intending to finish that off. Right. There we go. All right. So on the next one, yeah, you can see he's moved a little bit. You know, this, I'd say, you know, when you start getting into this kind of stuff, I'd say you could just move it indiscriminately. So let's grab this, the whole image, copy, go to the next frame, paste, move it, and then let what you're seeing with the onion skin influence where you put the drawing. So maybe we're starting to get to the edge of this fin here. Yep. Maybe the little tail is starting to kind of taper down there. Okay. So yeah, I'm just erasing what I had roughed in here because because I can kind of just really eyeball how I want the fish to go through. You know, if I thought that the distance that I made each drawing be was maybe what I wanted to keep, I could do that. Copy, go to the next frame, paste, and then move it. In this case, I think I'm being a little bit more liberal about it, but I'm using the I'm using the onion skin as sort of a, you know, a thing to keep in mind here. So it looks like he's got a little bit of something on his tail. Yeah, I see what that is. Well, that's good. All right, well then maybe I can bring that in too. So let's see. So, all right, and then the last frame is just that. Okay. Well, let's see. All right, so he's got a little bit of looks like some fins in that back tail there. So as I bring him across, I can put those fins in. So let's see. Okay, we'll grab the whole thing again. Okay. Copy. Go to that frame, paste, move it. Okay. All right. And we'll add some fins here on the back of that. Yeah, we'll stream this off. Okay, now there we're showing the tail itself. Well, well, maybe we need a few extra frames to get there, so let's see. I'm going to erase this. Okay, go to the previous frame, grab the frame, copy, paste, move it. Okay. So I think what I'm going to indicate here is that I needed maybe a few more frames to get to where his tail would be. Like I showed it in that frame, that last one, but I'm going to add some frames here. I'm going to add some frames here that I think, which might be better to do. So, yeah. All right, so I'm going to say add after a blank frame. Then we'll grab again, grab the whole frame, copy. Okay, is that? Oh, copy, paste. All right, so carry him there. Maybe we'll tilt this up just slightly. So maybe at this point, maybe I may start to indicate that the tail is coming soon. Yeah. And in fact, actually, I could probably even go a little further and let's see. So there's, let's say we got that. All right, then I'll go add after again. Let's see. These are 6 frame intervals. Okay. So let's see. Copy. Copy. Last frame, paste. All right. Let's move a little more. Let's tip this up like he's kind of trying to swoop up and out of the frame a little bit, maybe. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So maybe this is where we start to see a little bit of the tail. Right? Just a little bit. Let's see. All right, let's see. Okay, we'll add another frame after. Okay. So, grab this frame. This might be going out kind of slow now that I think about it because I got this on exposed on 6s. Copy, new frame, paste, push it forward, tip it up slightly. Yeah. All right, so then, yeah, this is the tail doing its thing. Let's say we got something going on like this. Maybe these lines are here. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how this looks. It's probably kind of slow and going through the scene here, I'm guessing. Let's see what we get. Splash, she's down. Oh, it's real deliberate. Yeah, it's really kind of deliberate. But that's okay. I don't think that's necessarily bad. Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. All right, well, let's see then. So, boom, boom. Yeah, I definitely want to bring the tail into the scene, so we'll say add after again. All right, go to the previous frame, select tool, grab the entire frame, copy, go to the last frame, one that's grayed out, and paste, move the frame forward, and then we want to tip it up. Okay. All right. Then we'll draw the tail more. All right, so now we're really finally starting to actually see the tail. And what I'm kind of trying to do is get him to look like he's kind of going, he's kind of swooping out of the scene. So like, the last part here is he's kind of going up, right? Okay, so that's good. All right, then I'm going to add another frame here after. Okay. All right. So the previous frame, we'll go select, grab the entire frame, copy, go to the last frame, paste, move it forward, maybe a little bit more, tip it up so that we get that swooping action. Yeah, there we go. Like that. And then I think what I'm going to do too is, since I can do what I'm doing here, since this is working so well, I'm just going to go a little further. Let's see. Add after. Okay. All right. I mean, look at how much I've done without having to draw anything new. Well, I mean, actually, I guess I am drawing something new. Copy. And frame. Paste. Yeah, I mean, I am drawing something new, obviously, but you know what I mean. It's like I'm doing a lot of copy pasting, which is great because that's saving me a lot of work. And another thing is I'm actually getting the character through the scene without having to draw anything new. This might be enough. Let's see. I'm going to turn the onion skin off. Let's just play it, see what we got. Ooh. And she's in the water. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good place to cut the scene. Where are we? 22 minutes. Yeah, that's good. That's actually pretty good. Kind of glad I added these things. I wish I kind of had that first bit where the fish comes through the first time. I almost kind of wish I had made that slower. Well, I don't know if I can do anything about that. Well, I probably could. I probably could go add some in-betweens in there somehow or another. It'd be a bit of work, but it might be worth it. I don't know. Fun scene. Yeah, you can see, folks, how you can, you can make an entire film where, you just, everything is in rough animator. So, I mean, that's, I think, a pretty smart way to work, actually. Or it can be. I mean, it has its advantages and it has its disadvantages. So, I don't know. It really depends on what you're trying to do. But you can see that working this way, everything is there. And you don't necessarily have to cut anything together. But you would need to know what it was you were going to do. So, you are kind of committing yourself, really. It's like doing a flip book, When you do the flip book, you kind of pretty much have to decide, okay, that's the frames. I mean, the difference between the flip book and this is that you can go back and do in-betweens and stuff. So that's the difference. All right, then, folks. Well, hey, we're all done for today. So I will say goodbye, and I'd say I'll see you guys tomorrow. Carry on. This is fun. I kind of thought I was going to get back to the other scene. I know I will get back to it. So, and I thank you all who are, have commented and wanting to see this type of thing and see me continue to do it. I will continue to work on this kind of thing to help you. So I hope you are all out there taking an opportunity to make your own films. You can. This is something that you can do. So you may as well take advantage of it since it's right here. You might as well do it. All right, folks. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful evening.